Good evening and welcome. This is the India Today newsroom. I'm Rahul Kamal. A comedian MP's mindless sting is our top focus on the newsroom tonight. Aam Aadmi Party MP Bhagwant Mann has literally driven into trouble after he posed a so-called sting operation that compromised Parliament security. The comedian drove into Parliament as he live-streamed the security check on Facebook. This mindless sting has now come to bite the Aam Aadmi Party, with the opposition demanding stringent action against the AAP MP. Also on the newsroom tonight, we engage in some Khabale mania. Whether it's a Salman Khan, a Shah Rukh Khan or an Amir Khan, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, comes close to the kind of frenzy that's being witnessed down south ahead of the big Khabale launch. From Chennai all the way to Kuala Lumpur, Rajnikant fans are going lined up for you. Let's dive straight to it. Here are the top 10 headlines at 10 p.m. tonight. Massive protest over the brutal thrashing of Dalits by cow vigilante groups in Gujarat. Rahul Gandhi meets the victims in Una, hits out at the Modi government. Delhi Chief Minister Kejriwal will visit Gujarat tomorrow. BSP workers stage massive protest demanding immediate arrest of Daya Shankar Singh for his derogatory remarks against Mayawati. But BSP leaders too lower the political bar. Some demand Daya Shankar's head, some his tongue, others call him an illegitimate child, some even refer to him as a dog. Mamata Banerjee turns Kolkata's Martyr Day celebrations into a show of strength against the centre, tears into the Narendra Modi government over the attack on Dalits and cow protection vigilantes. Uneasy calm in the valley. Schools failed to reopen despite curfew being relaxed for a few hours this morning. Home Minister Rajnath Singh says government will review the use of pellet guns in Kashmir. India lashes out. MP Bhagwant Mann records and live streams mobile footage from inside Parliament. Insists that he only wanted to show his voters how the temple of democracy works and how lax security actually is. He could be in trouble with the Lok Sabha speaker taking cognizance.
मैं कल फिर लाइव करूंगा जी, मुझे नोटिस आ जाए। कल मैं फिर लाइव करूंगा। 8:50 पर आप भी लाइव कर देना।
Elderly man's murder at posh East Delhi colony stuns the capital. Victim stabbed to death at his residential complex despite security. Police suspect a mystery woman on the CCTV may be the killer. There she is on the screen. That's the woman the cops are currently looking out for. A week after Pakistani model Kandil Baluch was murdered by her own brother, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's daughter, to move the much-delayed legislation against honour killings in Pakistan. And frenzy peaks with just hours to go before the release of Rajnikant's star Khabale. Scene from the blockbuster showing Thalaivar's introduction in the movie is leaked, but all tickets for this entire weekend are sold out. Aam Aadmi Party MP Bhagwant Mann is a star performer. He's a comedian par excellence, but today he did something which was no laughing matter. He live streamed via Facebook a video showing how he believed security in Parliament was compromised. Now, whatever his motive may have been, the opposition is deeply upset. How can an MP be so callous so as to show the security mechanics at work in Parliament? Our political bureau files this story right on the top of newsroom this evening.
सामने मैं खाऊंगा, सामने पार्लियामेंट है, देखो ये विजय चौक आ गया। विजय चौक इधर राष्ट्रपति भवन आ गया, ये राष्ट्रपति भवन है।
This was Bhagwant Mann's idea of transparency. He decided to post on social media the entire route from his house into Parliament House, security check and all. India Today is not showing the entire video that is 11 minutes 52 seconds long in the interest of security. So hasn't the MP, through this move, compromised the security of an institution that has already been the target of a terror attack?
मैं कल फिर लाइव करूंगा जी, मुझे नोटिस आ जाए। कल मैं फिर लाइव करूंगा।
Far from being apologetic and admitting that his move was ill-conceived, The MP insists he only wanted to show the electorate how Parliament functions and that he will do it again.
मैं नोटिस जी जी ये फोन है
गैर कानूनी नहीं है तो सरकार को अंदर तक का फिर आप ही ने बनाया ना ये वीडियो दोबारा बनाएंगे
मैं कल फिर लाइव करूंगा जी मुझे नोटिस आ जाए फिर मैं कल मैं फिर लाइव करूंगा 8:50 पर आप भी लाइव कर देना मैं बताऊंगा कि कैसे लोगों के सवाल डलते हैं.
So is Mann's action going to be investigated by security agencies? And more importantly, will he be stopped from committing the same blooper again? Bureau Report, India Today.
Absolutely unacceptable, totally mindless. Bhagwant Mann needs to apologize. I must tell our viewers through the evening we've been trying to reach out to Bhagwant Mann, except for that one brief, supposedly clarification that he gave in Parliament. He hasn't spoken since. Let's shift our attention to the big political story. Dalit fury was seen on the streets of Lucknow and elsewhere after BSP Supremo Mayawati was abused by a BJP leader yesterday. There was angry protest seen in Lucknow. There suddenly seems to be a new buzz, a new energy with Mayawati. Remember, ever since Swami Prasad Maurya, her trusted aide, walked away, Mayawati had seemed on the defensive. Her party breaking away, the BJP on the ascent, and suddenly with that one totally inappropriate comment made by a BJP leader, Mayawati is back in full groove. Our Lucknow Bureau files this story.
Thousands of angry BSP protesters out on the streets. They demand arrest sacked BJP leader Daya Shankar for his sexist slur on Mayawati. BSP workers gathered in huge numbers across Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Chandigarh. Angry protesters burned effigies, shouted anti-BJP slogans and even filed an FIR against the leader for his derogatory remarks.
मायावती जी के लिए जो आप शब्द बोले हैं हम वो सहन नहीं कर पाएंगे हम आखिर तक लड़ेंगे हम ये चाहते हैं उसे फांसी लगे.
The clamour forced BJP Vice President to issue an apology, but he's still nowhere to be seen. The BJP has taken action against him, suspending him for 6 years. But where is Daya Shankar Singh?
उन्होंने गलत स्टेटमेंट दिया, आपत्तिजनक स्टेटमेंट दिया. तुरंत हमारा नेता ने हाउस में रिग्रेट्स विचार व्यक्त किया, उनको पद से हटाया, फिर बाद में सस्पेंड भी किया.
बीजेपी के सभी राष्ट्रीय नेताओं को ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि ठीक है उन्होंने इस घटना की निंदा की तो मैं उनका सम्मान करती हूँ, लेकिन उन्होंने उसको उपाध्यक्ष के पद से निकाला, उसको पार्टी से 6 साल के लिए निकाल दिया. ये एक मामूली सी प्रक्रिया है.
The cops swung into action and reached the Neta's residence. But Daya Shankar remains elusive. Meanwhile, the UP police have detained his cousin Dharmendra Singh. Amid the outrage, politics took an all-new low. BSP workers raised slogans against Daya Shankar, abusing him in full public view. In an open call for violence, BSP Chandigarh Unit Chief Jantar announced an award for his mutilation. While BSP is outraged over vulgar abuse against Maya, the issue has now openly turned into a slugfest for Dalit votes. The party desperately needed one political plank to boost its sagging morale after 2014 poll rout. And to BJP's horror, Daya Shankar Singh may have provided it with just that. Bureau Report, India Today.
So has the BJP given Mayawati a new lease of life by casting these aspersions on Mayawati, this big Dalit icon? Joining me on the newsroom showdown tonight, Siddharth Singh, representing the BJP, and also Sudhindra Baduria from the BSP. But before I go across to the both of them, I want to show you the story from Gujarat, because remember, Gujarat is where this Dalit fury started from, when a bunch of Dalits were beaten up by Gaurakshaks, cow protectors, because they didn't like what these Dalit men were doing. Ever since, there has been anger building up. Today, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi woke up from his slumber, visited Una, targeted the Narendra Modi government for failing to protect the Dalit community.
A disturbing attack on Dalits in Gujarat by cow vigilantes, firing up India's political scene. The widespread Dalit fury forcing a political beeline for Una in Gujarat, ground zero of raging Dalit anger, marked by suicide and several bids to end life in a protest. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, accused of taking a power nap as Parliament debated the incident on Wednesday, woke up to Dalit empowerment, meeting the families of the victims.
हम ऐसा चाहते हैं कि उनको ऐसी सजा दीजिए कि वो जिंदगी भर निकले ही नहीं जेल में से। अगर वो निकलेंगे तो फिर यही करेंगे।
While it's Rahul today, Gujarat Chief Minister Anandiben Patel met the families yesterday. And on Friday, it will be the turn of the Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal to join in the sympathy for cameras.
मोदी जी गुजरात मॉडल की बात करते हैं, मगर यहां पे जो भी इस विचारधारा के खिलाफ आवाज उठाता है, जो भी बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स के साथ लड़ता है, तो उसे दबा दिया जाता है, कुचला जाता है।
First and foremost, it is everybody's responsibility to calm campus. But the primary responsibility of maintaining law and order is of the state government, which I feel has really let the people of Gujarat down very badly.
As rivals smell blood, the BJP is facing fire over the Dalit atrocities, but has mocked the photo op bid.
These people again trying to politicalize it and then giving pravachan to us and then trying to tar the image of the government.
As Netas pay lip service and look for political capital, the real issue, Dalit empowerment, remains the biggest casualty. With Ankit Tyagi in Una, Gujarat, Bureau Report, India Today.
Is there a larger Dalit uprising at work here? And has the BJP given Mayawati a new lease of life right ahead of the Uttar Pradesh elections? Joining us now, Siddharth Nath Singh and Sudhindra Baduria. I want to go across to Siddharth first because you come from Uttar Pradesh, Siddharth. You track the politics of the state very closely. Mayawati received dual setbacks. Swami Prasad Maurya walking away, others from her party choosing to walk away, levelling very serious charges against her. It seemed Mayawati was on the back foot, going on the defensive. Suddenly, your state vice president comes out, makes the most derogatory remark about Mayawati, and you see her in parliament, you see her people out on the streets of Lucknow. You've given the BSP a big lease of life. This is a tremendous self-goal by the BJP.
Well, Rahul, let me admit that what Dayashankar Singh said is deplorable, condemnable, and certainly it has given a political handle to BSP. But then let's not look that in politics this is the last chance or this is the only springboard which goes on the other side. So even a week is long enough in politics, and we all understand that. So therefore, I would rather go on politics which is done on conviction, and the conviction is, as far as the Dalits concerns are there, the BJP is going in the right direction. We are looking at empowering them through universities, through scholarships, through various programs of Baba Sahib Ambedkar, creating convention centers, memorials, and many other things which we are doing. So therefore, our conviction is very strong, and these things, yes, they shouldn't happen in politics.
Okay, Sudhindra Baduria.
It is a setback.
Siddharth Nath Singh accepts that was a mistake. He's saying Dayashankar was an aberration. He's now been booted out of the party. 5 Dalit MPs were made ministers recently. The government is constantly trying to reach out to the Dalit community, bring them on board. Don't look at what an individual says. Look at what the government is institutionally doing for the Dalit community. They don't believe Dayashankar's outburst is any kind of a setback to the BJP or advantage BSP.
Well, I would go by the statement which Bahan Mayawati ji has said today. She has said that first the minorities were the target, and now it is the Dalits who are being made the target. If you see the track record of last 2 years, since they have come to power, it is Dayashankar Singh is a very small person, but look at Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti, who is a cabinet minister in the center, what did she say? She said that there are some Ramzadas and some other Zadas that name I even cannot take on your channel. Then what did General VK Singh say? General VK Singh said on the death of a Dalit that it is, I'm not going to comment if somebody dies. It's like if somebody throws a stone or pelts a stone on a dog, then do you want me to comment on it? And not only these two, what about other leaders, Giriraj Singh and the rest? And let me come to
but there is some merit in what Sudhindra Baduria is saying, Siddharth. Look at what happened since Rohith Vemula. Look at what's happened in the Ambedkar. I'm coming back to Sudhindra Baduria. You've had an opportunity to set the stage for this debate. I will moderate this. I will give equal opportunity to both people. Look at what's happened, Siddharth, with Rohith Vemula. Look at, can we turn that audio fader down, please? Look at what's happened with Ambedkar Bhavan in Mumbai. Again, thousands of Dalits out on the streets. Prakash Ambedkar getting involved, the left getting involved, Kanhaiya Kumar going there. Devendra Fadnavis being forced to admit that they made a mistake and they want to rebuild Ambedkar Bhavan with state funds now. All of these actions, incidents together would raise questions in the mind of this very, very politically important community that, wait a minute, is this a Nagpur Brahmin dominated party still? And are their actions genuinely anti-Dalit? There is a larger picture. Look also at what's happened in Una in Gujarat, Siddharth.
Can I now answer?
You must.
Now, Rahul, I think BJP has learned the art. BJP has learned the art of countering propaganda by the opposition, and we can.
No, this is not
and
propaganda. These are all
BJP believes in
actions.
action. Therefore, I said
these
in the
are all
beginning
incidents
of
on the
please
ground.
allow me.
Ambedkar Bhavan was brought down.
Allow me, sir.
Upset.
Allow me, sir.
Baba Saheb Ambedkar's family is upset. So let's respond to fact. Let's not call it an allegation. All of these are actually anti-Dalit actions.
Well,
look at what's happened in Gujarat, in Una. No, my facts are not half-cooked. They never are, Siddharth.
Well, certainly are, and if you don't interrupt, I will speak out then.
Go on.
Can I do that, sir?
Absolutely. Please go ahead, sir.
What about on 26 Alipur Road, where Baba Saheb stayed in that house for the last few years, which has been converted into memorial for 100 crores. That is what the BJP government is doing. What about 15 Janpat, which has been turned into a convention center for Baba Saheb Ambedkar, which is for 200 crores? What about the Maharashtra government going and buying that house and converting into a memorial in London? Are these not facts, Rahul?
So therefore Ambedkar Bhavan not a fact?
Half fact.
Do you accept that bringing down Ambedkar Bhavan was a big mistake? There's a lot of legacy and memories of Baba Saheb Ambedkar attached to Ambedkar Bhavan.
No, I'm sorry. That doesn't belong to the... There is an organization, there is an NGO which it belongs, and therefore it is run by a CIC which doesn't fall under the government of Maharashtra or government of India, and therefore there is a procedure and we are correcting it as per the law. So do not put that blame on BJP or the Maharashtra government of BJP. So that is not correct. Therefore I was saying, and now coming on what Sudhindra Baduria had said, which was the question which you had asked, and let me correct Mr. Sudhindra Baduria ji, that you talk about many things on the Dalit being tortured by BJP or our policies there coming from Nagpur and blah blah blah. What about you guys? Remember Tilak, Tarazu or Talwar, Maro, Jute, Inko Char. What is Tilak? Tilak are the Pandits. What is Tarazu? Tarazu are the Vash. And what are the Talwar? That is the Rajput. And didn't you use the casteist politics to come into the power and win your first 100
seats? Now, I must be given a fair share of time to reply to this.
And you are telling us about how
Stay with me, gentlemen. I want to go across to Jannat Jahan. Jannat Jahan is the lady who saw in the report that we played out. She suggested that there be a 50 lakh rupee award to anyone who gets Daya Shankar's tongue. You know, there are some BSP leaders who call Daya Shankar a dog. Some are saying, Jannat, that there's a 50 lakh rupee award and somebody who gets Singh's tongue. Now, if this is the kind of political discourse Mayawati's party resorts to, then how are you any different from what Daya Shankar Singh said? Jannat, do you hear me?
Yeah.
ये आप लोगों ने 50 लाख रुपए का अवार्ड देने की बात की है, कोई जो दया शंकर की जुबान काट दे। बीएसपी के लखनऊ में हमने पोस्टर्स देखे जिसमें दया शंकर सिंह को कुत्ता कहा गया। अगर दया शंकर की भाषा गलत थी तो जो बीएसपी के नेता कर रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं, वो ठीक कैसे?
See, they started it, we didn't, and we kept on waiting for these people, BJP people, कि उनको उसको सिर्फ बर्खास्त नहीं किया जाए पार्टी से, पार्टी लेवल से उठ के एक औरत का सम्मान की बात थी. First of all, she's a lady, then she's a daughter, then वो किसी की बहन है.
No, I know she's a lady, I know she's somebody's sister. I'm saying how does they started it is no explanation for what you did.
खुद उसके खिलाफ पर्चा दर्ज करके अरेस्ट करवाते. That would have given a very good message throughout India and throughout the world that they were standing for a woman, not apart from the party level.
नहीं जन्नत जी, जब आप जुबान काट के 50 लाख रुपए की अवार्ड की बात करते हैं, आप में और उस दयाशंकर में फर्क क्या है फिर?
बहन जी is not only my supremo, I consider her as my mother, my elder sister.
नहीं, पर आप कानून तो नहीं तोड़ सकते ना. आप बहन जी की इज्जत करती है, which is great, but you can't break the law. You can't break the law, ma'am. नहीं, आपको कानून व्यवस्था की कोई चिंता है कि नहीं? How are you any different?
I'm so waiting for the police to arrest him and he should go to jail.
Jannat ji, stay with me, Jannat. I want to go across to Sudhindra Baduria, because when Jannat Jahan says there's a 50 lakh rupee award for anyone who cuts off Dayashankar's tongue, when posters in Lucknow announced that Dayashankar is a dog, then how is the BSP, how is Mayawati's party any different from characters like Dayashankar Singh?
Now, if you allow Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh, you will give me that much of time to reply back to your answer.
Go ahead.
Question that you have raised. Let me say this: there has been a constant debate in this country, and these people, particularly the Sangh Parivar, they have been trying to denigrate the Dalit icon.
No, I'm sorry, Sudhindra Baduria, you're not answering my question. No, you're not answering my question. I've got Jannat Jahan on the line. No, you will answer my question. You will answer the question that I'm asking you. There's a 50 lakh rupee award on someone cutting off Dayashankar's tongue. Is that okay with you?
No, I will not answer the question. There is a bag. It is a metaphor. It is a metaphor. The people are angered in this country. When you call somebody's mother, sister, anybody in the family, the word you have the right to speak on, what do you expect? I would
so you are justifying this attack? You are saying it's okay if somebody offers 50 lakh rupees to cut off Dayashankar's tongue?
I am saying, my God, you are not I think you are acting like one of those channels who do not let others speak. Why don't you speak? Why don't you answer?
I'm allowing you to
ask
speak.
The question and you answer also.
I'm allowing you to speak.
You are not allowing me to speak.
That's terribly
I'm sorry
unfair.
About it. Please
because you're not answering my question.
You can raise your questions. No, it is unfair on your part. I am answering your question, but you are being unfair, not letting me complete my answer. He has said so many things about Manevar Kashiram, and you are not letting me answer it. He has raised so many issues, and those issues need to be answered, because we, the oppressed sections for thousands of years, have faced the onslaught of these people who have been the ruling classes, the ruling elite, and the clique in this country. Today they have come into power again, and they want to denigrate us. They have denigrated Baba Sahib by burning his effigy in Ramlila ground 50 years, 60 years back, and they want to do the same things to our leader Bahin Mayawati ji. Let me say this, and let me say with all the strength, that we as BSP members will not tolerate this.
Okay.
We will not tolerate that in Gujarat.
Okay, you've had a fair opportunity to speak. You had a fair opportunity to speak. You know, you can't browbeat me by suggesting that I'm not allowing you to speak and therefore take up more airtime. Siddharth Nath Singh, Sudhindra Baduria says it's a reflection of anger. It's a metaphor. Dayashankar attacked her. Therefore, when a BSP person says we'll cut off Dayashankar's tongue and offer 50 lakh rupees, it's a metaphor, not to be taken as a real threat.
Well, let me put
There is a law. They can try them. There is a law in the country. Why don't they take the law in?
Now you're speaking out of turn, Sudhindra Baduria. We were fair to you. We were fair to you, Sudhindra Baduria. Let Siddharth speak. Turn that fader off. Let Siddharth conclude. Yes, Siddharth.
You see, let me answer an incident which happened in UP and also what happened to Dayashankar. Another person from Allahabad had reacted and said, I will give 1 crore for somebody who cuts the tongue of Owaisi. And that immediately within 24 hours, we stripped him off and suspended him for 6 years from the party. This happened almost about 6 months back. Now, this another step which we have taken on Dayashankar Singh, it just goes to show the party, how the BJP responds to these kind of what is being alleged as metaphor. So it is for the BSP to respond to it, but certainly the BSP must answer this kind of a language, political language they are coming. I do agree, they will be hurt, they must be hurt, and therefore they will be, but at the same time, the senior leaders like Mr. Bhadoria or certain other must respond and say this restraint should be put in. But this is not the way that Mr. Bhadoria is responding to it.
Okay.
And also, Mr. Bhadoria, do not forget, it was BJP who had saved Mayawati ji in that guest house. Otherwise, you know what we fear, and I would not like to say.
I'm sorry. One of the things that we've heard from the BSP today is that the BJP started it first. We are very clear. What BJP leader Dayashankar did was totally wrong. What the BSP today has done, called Dayashankar a dog, threatened to cut his tongue off, offer a reward of 50 lakh rupees, that is equally condemnable, regardless of any protestation from Sudhindra Bhadoria or the BSP. This is where I leave the broadcast tonight. Siddharth Nath Singh and Sudhindra Bhadoria for joining us. Thank you very much. But in conclusion, what I wish to say is, outside this noise and fury, the fact is Mayawati has been given a new lease of life. You should have seen the energy in her speech in Parliament, seen the energy out on the streets of Lucknow. This totally unwarranted comment has come as a booster dose for the BSP and for its leader Mayawati. Before we move any further, let me take you through some of the other big news headlines that have made it to the newsroom tonight. The Maharashtra government has decided to allocate funds for the restoration of Ambedkar Bhavan, an old structure relating to B.R. Ambedkar, which was demolished recently. Chief Minister Fadnavis has said that if the two grandsons of the Dalit icon prepare a joint plan, the government will chip in. TV actor Pratyusha Banerjee's boyfriend Rahul Raj Singh has been charged with abetment, assault and criminal intimidation. Rahul is currently out on bail. Pratyusha was found hanging in her Goregaon flat on the 1st of April this year. The Delhi police have arrested one of the two thieves who were caught on CCTV stealing a BMW from Noida. The two could be seen brazenly driving around the streets as they hopped from one house to another, stealing. Cops have also recovered an Audi and a Fortuner. A gang of Romanian burglars who used to target upscale shops has been busted in Faridabad in the national capital region. The high-flying robbers used to book luxury SUVs for their crime spree. The police claimed the gang of 7, including 4 women, targeted a number of shops in Jaipur, Faridabad, Palwal, in the areas adjoining Delhi. In about 5 hours from now, this year's most anticipated film will hit the blockbuster screens of Chennai. And I include Sultan in this because this man, Rajnikant, is about to hit the streets, the screens of Chennai and other parts of the country. Khabare will release across the country on Friday. But the first show of the film will be held in Chennai at 4 a.m. Yes, you heard that right. 4 a.m. The tickets of the film have already been sold out for this whole weekend. In case you've missed booking these tickets for Thalaivar's biggest release, here are some images from the making of Khabare. This brief teaser shows Rajnikant doing his famous takes during the film shoot. So far, only seen as finished footage in trailers and still photos. Superstar Rajnikant's film Khabare releases 4 a.m. Friday, and you look around and you see Khabare everywhere. Khabare restaurants, Khabare vehicles, Khabare aircraft, Khabare coins. This is Chennai and pretty much all of South India going crazy like never before.
Airtel has launched a Khabare recharge pack with unlimited internet. While wearing Khabare t-shirts and having a Khabare cup as well, action figures are also there to satiate your Khabare craving. It's the Pied Piper of Chennai. People flock to theatres on the release day and there's nothing that can stop. But July is officially a holiday too in a few cities. Dialogues of the one and only Thalaiva.
தமிழ் படங்களை மரல் வச்சுக்கிட்டு மீசை முறுக்கிக்கிட்டு லுங்கி கட்டிக்கிட்டு நம்பி யாரு கபாலி குனிஞ்சி சொல்லுங்க எஜுமா அப்படி வந்து நிப்பானே அந்த மாதிரி கபாலி நினைச்சியாடா கபாலிடா.
With Gopika Ajayan, Bureau Report, India Today.
We've got a bunch of producers from Chennai. Many of them have taken leave to go and watch Khabare, and they're saying they'll report from there even though we don't necessarily want them to, but they're so keen on reporting on Khabare, their superstar Rajnikant. I want to go across to my colleague Shilpa Ratnam. She hasn't gone on her own. She's been sent by us. And Shilpa, if I had a Rajnikant move, I'd make it. You know, move my glasses. I can't do any of that. But I see you've been very charged up and kicked about Khabare as well. What's going on?
Absolutely, Rahul. You know, I don't know if it's my innate Rajnikant fandom or Stockholm syndrome, but I'm telling you, I have all those dialogues by heart right now, and I think just for these fans, I'm going to do one of those dialogues. Now, Khabare dialogue panata. இந்த பழைய படத்துல மருந்து வச்சுக்கிட்டு மீசைய முறுக்கிட்டு லுங்கிய கட்டிக்கிட்டு பழைய படத்துல நம்பியாரு கபாலி அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் போது சொல்லுங்க யஜமா அப்படின்னு சொல்ற கபாலி நினைச்சியா கபாலிடா I don't think that cheer was for me, because when you say a Rajnikant dialogue, the roar is just for the saliva. But I just want to take a second here to talk about the man in the eye of this fan tsunami who is not here at all. He's somewhere in Virginia at an ashram. But despite that, despite not having any promotions at all, the anticipation for this film is something that we've never seen before. I have people here gathered in hundreds, and I'm just going to ask them, do you have tickets for tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The only Indian superstar.
Okay, all right, Rahul, but they have told me that they don't have tickets. In fact, I have somebody here who's just come to partake in all the festive cheer here. Do you know Tamil?
No, I don't know Tamil, but all I can enjoy here is the crowd and the craze and the madness which people have shown towards Rajnikant. He is the super god here.
I have another person here. He is employed, he has a job, but let's find out what he's going to be doing tomorrow. What are you going to be doing?
Tomorrow is official sick leave for me. I'm taking only for this great match.
And are you watching Khabare?
Yeah, consecutive shows.
How many shows?
Total 4 shows. If I get here, I'll be doing 5.
Right, so there are people here, you know, hoping against hope that they are let in into that
No, so Shilpa, ordinarily you are in Mumbai and you cover, I don't know if you can hear me through all this. Okay, that's the Milk Abhishekam. I must tell our viewers that the Milk Association of Chennai was very upset, saying that a lot of these fans tend to steal our milk. Shilpa, do you hear me? Shilpa? Okay. Let's see if we can get through to Shilpa. Shilpa, you know, ordinarily you're in Mumbai, ordinarily you cover Bollywood stars. Now, let's take a Salman Khan. He's about as big gets in Bollywood. And yet, at 10:36 p.m. on a Thursday evening, Salman Khan will not be able to put these kinds of crowds together, the kind of mania that goes with a Rajnikant. As somebody who covers Bollywood, is currently in Chennai, is probably a Chennai girl herself. What makes Rajnikant so much dearer to his fans than, say, a Salman or a Shah Rukh?
You know, Rahul, I'm not going to indulge in jingoism here, but I think Rajnikant is a sentiment to be felt and not something to be understood. Because, like you said, at 10:36 on a Thursday night, you have a crowd here without tickets, people who don't understand Tamil living, who come here to catch, to just partake. Come back. To just partake in the celebrations here. Whereas for Salman Khan, I know he is one of the biggest superstars of the country, but at his No, I didn't
release this movie on a holiday, but when Rajni releases it...
Rahul, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Salman releases this movie on a holiday, but when Rajnikant releases his film, it becomes a holiday, and I really think that's all there is to be said about that. And there is no competition, and I'm really worried about speaking more on this. Back to you.
You know, we have each time there's a Rajnikant film releasing, and long back when I used to work as a shift supervisor, I used to be very, very concerned about the morning of a Rajnikant film, because all our producers, we have a lot of producers from the south, would simply disappear. They won't show up. And as you heard that gentleman in that video say, they take official sick leave. He's announcing it on TV and he's saying he's taking sick leave. Well, that's not all, because there are several people who've colored their car in Khabale style. They've got Rajnikant and Khabale posters plastered on their car. It makes for quite a scene. Here's the story.
In Chennai, when you hail an auto, you just might have Rajnikant himself going to pick you up. Yes, it's true, Khabale fan fever here is now on autopilot mode.
Auto rickshaw driver Ravi is one of those Rajnikant fans you only read about. Driven by his passion for the saliva, Ravi has plastered his auto rickshaw with Rajnikant's images from Khabale.
அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தா நிறைய காருங்க வர ஆரம்பிச்சது. இது வந்து எப்படின்னா இது வரைக்கும் இல்லாத அளவுக்கு, அதாவது தலைவர் படமே இது வரைக்கும் எந்த லெவலுக்கும் இல்லாத அளவுக்கு பெரிய லெவலில் இது வந்து பேசப்பட்டிருக்கு. அதனால இது மட்டும் இல்லை, இதோட பிரம்மாண்டெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கலாம். இப்போ கிட்டத்தட்ட வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 21ஆம் தேதி 4 மணிக்கு உதயந்தரத்தில் வந்து 1 லட்ச ரூபாய் பட்டாசு.
Two-wheelers are not far behind either. Take a look at this scooter where even the headlights are blinded by this fan's love for Rajnikant.
I saw a lot of ad in AirAsia, like auto, my friend Ravi's auto. So I thought even I can put the Talaiva sticker on my scooter. So I did yesterday. I like Rajnikant, I like Rajnikant from the age of 5. So I'm a hardcore fan of Rajnikant.
AirAsia has devoted a special aircraft with images of the Khabale star, and it is the talk of the skies. And the streets of Chennai are filled with cars of fans whipping up a Khabale frenzy. Audis to BMWs to Volkswagen, it's Rajni in the front seat.
Yeah, last week only I bought this car for rupees 8 lakhs. The funniest thing, no one is ready to take a selfie with my car. Once I posted a Talaivar picture, everyone wants to take a picture.
Well, corporates have taken Khabale on a flight of fancy. Individuals have taken their fan drive into top gear by making sure to spread the Khabale mania all across the city. In Chennai with camera person Daniel, this is Shilpa Ratnam.
I want to go across to the Rohini cinema. My colleague Rohini Swami is joining us. She's flown down from Bengaluru to Chennai to catch the mania. We saw people going crazy where Shilpa Ratnam was. I wonder how things are where Rohini is. Rohini, there's some films, there's some screens which will show the first film at 1 a.m., some at 4 a.m. Give our viewers a sense of the fan frenzy you see around you.
Well, if I talk about the craze of Chennai for Khabale as well as, let me tell you that even my camera lights decide to just give up at this point of time. But within the light, I will show you what exactly is the fanfare, especially what is being lit up here at the Rohini Theatre. Because this is one of the many theatres in Chennai, and this is the kind of colour that we are going to see right across. We're going to see fireworks, we're going to see a lot of activity through the night, and that is what is most important when it comes to Rajni, because it is about a celebration, about a man that is celebrating because he's nothing less than God.
So tell me, all these celebrations I'm sorry, I'm asking this question. Does Rajnikant, is he in any way involved in doing this, or is just the fans who take over and say, okay, this is our God, his film is coming out, we will worship him?
Well, it has nothing to do with Rajnikant himself. It is the fans in auto mode. The moment Talaiva's name is taken, the moment the name Rajnikant is taken, everybody. Well, do I say more? Because see, it's all about Talaiva. Now, I like to speak to some people. Talaiva piti enadu. What is it about Talaiva that brings so much of energy?
For every human being and every businessman, there is a statutory point. For my Talaiva, there is no statutory point. He's above average. Throughout his life, you won't see any statutory points. Keep on going.
See, let me ask you also, Khabale, the movie, there's a lot of hype for it because it is literally Rajnikant on the ground, Rajnikant on Nehru, which is fire, Rajnikant in the air, which is almost that he's taking a flight. He's taken all the elements by storm. What I want to ask you is, Khabale, there's 2 minutes that got leaked recently. Do you want to see more of Khabale?
Yeah, it's another one trailer for our people. It's Nehrupada dialogue. It's a very fire of the Khabale. It's really very fire.
Say, I don't want you screaming. I want you all to give out dialogues. I want you all to show how much you love Talaiva. Any dialogues, any songs?
Not dialogues. See, I have been watching Rajnikant movies for the past 25 years.
25 years. How old are you?
I am 32. Since my childhood, all the movies I have watched first day, first show. So I didn't want to miss this time, but I couldn't get tickets. I'm trying to sneak through one ticket for the morning show as early as possible, like 4 o'clock. So,
Which movie do you see that people actually go to a theatre at 4 a.m.? There's a puja at 3 o'clock in the morning so that everything starts in an auspicious manner. After which you're talking about 6 o'clock shows and back-to-back shows. There are theatres that are going to be running round the clock. Which superstar has that kind of following? Mostly when I've been talking to people, it's not orchestrated by anybody.
No superstar Rohini has that kind of following.
Just Rajnikant and just the love for Rajnikant.
You're right. Not just in India, but possibly elsewhere in the world as well. Nobody comes close to having fans who are as crazy. And I love that one line which we just heard. Salman Khan launches his movie on a holiday. When Rajnikant launches his movie, it becomes a holiday. Not just are there vehicles painted the Khabale style, there's a lot of Khabale cuisine also. Here's a report.
Fandom is food for thought, and his upcoming blockbuster Khabale has sparked off thought for food. Restaurants across the world are celebrating the superstar with a gastronomic feast for fans, Rajni themed of course. In this restaurant there's a Talaiva inspired menu, each dish inspired by one of his all-time classics.
The chef and all of us sat together and we said that we will take all his smash hits and then we will think of food with his movies, and we came up with an 8-course menu, and I think it's come out fantastic.
And a Malaysian restaurant has a Khabale biryani to mark the journey. Chennai Cafe across the world in Texas is serving a Khabale lunch. Collywood Cafe in Coimbatore is a Rajnikant themed diner. Back home in Chennai, Hotel Milat is offering a 25% discount for fans who catch Khabale on the first day. And at Zuma, there's a chocolate Rajni to hit that sweet spot.
We had come up with this idea of making a Khabale Rajni because we had taken a poll survey on the internet and many people had opted for making a search of the superstar Rajnikant.
This life-size idol combines the best of both worlds with two magical ingredients, Rajnikant and chocolate, and it heralds the release of Khabale, which is already chock-a-block. In Chennai, this is Shilpa Ratnam.
I'm now hungry. That Khabale cuisine looks interesting. One of the other things that we often see with the Rajnikant film is all this milk being splashed across Rajnikant posters. They call it the Grand Milk Abhishekam. This time though, the one bunch of people who are very worried are the Milk Association folks in Chennai. Ordinarily you think it's a good thing for them if milk is being splashed because that would mean there's more demand. But the Milk Association people are upset because Rajnikant fans apparently steal their milk and therefore they don't want no Milk Abhishekam this time. Here's the report.
For decades, Rajnikant fans have celebrated every movie of the superstar by giving a milk bath to giant hoarding cutouts of their Talaiva. Now it looks like the fans of superstar may be forced into giving up the tradition of giving milk baths to Rajni cutouts. The Milkmen Association of Tamil Nadu are strongly urging the fans of Talaiva to give up this practice, starting with Khabale. The association alleges that around 50 to 100 litres of milk is stolen on the night before the release of every Rajni movie.
நடிகர் ரஜினிகாந்த் அவர்கள் அவருடைய ரசிகர்களுக்கு இந்த கபாலி பட வெளியீட்டின் போது கட்டவுடுகளுக்கு பாலாபிஷேகம் பண்ணுவது தடுத்து நிறுத்தணும்ன்ற கோரிக்கையை நாங்கள் முன்வச்சு அவங்களுடைய வெறித்தனமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ரசிகர்களை ஒரு நல்வழியில மக்களுக்கு பயனுள்ள வகையில கொண்டு போகணும் அப்படின்றதுக்காக ஒரு 4 கோரிக்கைகளை நாங்கள் அதில் இணைத்து கொடுத்திருக்கோம்.
Earlier on in March, a case was filed against the superstar and his fans for wasting milk. So now the fans face both social and legal pressure to give up the practice. But are they willing to give up the tradition of Milk Abhishekam?
Khabale, Khabale. எங்களை யாராலும் அடக்க முடியாது, கட்டுப்படுத்த முடியாது. நாங்கள் யாருக்கு அடங்க மாட்டோம். எங்கள் தலைவர் சொல்லுக்கு மட்டும் தான் நாங்கள் அடங்குவோம்.
அவர்தான் அவர் சொல்ற வாக்கு தான் வேத வாக்கு எங்களுக்கு.
While there's a double-pronged appeal from both the judiciary and the Tamil Nadu Milk Dealers Association, the fans seem to be in no mood to stop the milk abhishekams. After all, in Tamil Nadu, all is fair in love, war and Rajnikant films. In Chennai, this is Shilpa Ratnam.
So they were stealing the milk and the Milk Association is upset. Nothing competes or compares with Rajnikant. This is where we're ending the newsroom tonight, but there's a lot more because a big Rajnikant fan, Shivarur, is coming up on the other side and he has a lot more in store for you. We've got Pratibha Raman, Rohini Swami, Shilpa Ratnam, all of them joining us from different parts, from Coimbatore, from Chennai, some even from Malaysia. That and more when we come back on the other side. Sit back and enjoy.